So this is the defining Spider-Man movie, the one that everyone loves, one that can do no wrong, is perfect in every way. I disagree with that, and I'll tell you why here next. Spider-Man 2 review coming up now. Sam Raimi returns to direct the sequel to the original Spider-Man, with the original cast coming back of Tobey Maguire, James Franco, Kirsten Dunst, and many more, along with the villain of Doc Ock. And I think it was a mistake taking these characters out of high school. I like to see them not grown up and not knowing what their life can be, even though Peter struggles throughout it trying to maintain a job. He's a pizza delivery guy. And it's great to see that 90s concept of delivery time is 30 minutes or less, or it's free. I remember those ads coming out, but I think it would have been better if he would have stayed in high school and just trying to make ends meet instead of being like a failed adult. It's better to see a failed child, because he can still redeem himself. He can still come and do good. And that's kind of what this movie is about. It's about responsibility and balancing that. Based on the first film of with great responsibility comes all that iconic Uncle Ben line. I forget it right now, but it's something along those lines about responsibility. So it's just balancing that and balancing love and social life for Spider-Man while trying to protect everyone in New York and taking on too much. Yeah, the CG is just overall better than the original, and something that this movie definitely improves upon. The villain, although, is kind of a letdown looking back on it. It seems like it has the same motivation as the Green Goblin, just put into Dr. Octopus's character. And the movie just it fails on the villain aspect of this. I don't think Doc Ock is that great. He is really good, but just not great, as everyone says. Just the motivation he has is not good enough for me, and just kind of like a retread of the last film. And also Doc Ock gives the Darth Vader no when his wife dies, even though his wife dies with cool techniques and all that. It just felt like everyone complained about Darth Vader doing that, but no one said anything about Doc Ock that I remember. And something that I didn't realize was in the film when I saw it. I was just like, okay, that's kind of cheesy. And I don't know why everyone is obsessed with this character in this movie, even though the best scene ever in a Spider-Man movie is in this, with the train scene and them stopping it. It's a great scene and one that defines who Spider-Man is. And like the first one, this one does a bunch of name drops too. It drops Doctor Strange's names. The first one drops Eddie's name, Eddie Brock's name, even though it doesn't show him. So there's little Easter eggs in this throughout, which I do enjoy and look for. But ultimately, the movie is, I don't think, any better than the first one. I think maybe a little bit less. The end fight scene I thought was missing action and missing intensity that the other one had. And it's just, I'm just trying to be curious where No Way Home pulls these villains from, where Doc Ock gets pulled throughout this movie to Tom Holland's Spider-Man universe, the MCU. That's kind of what I'm looking at when I'm watching these two, is where is this villain getting picked from this story and into the Spider-Verse. Well, that's it for me today, guys. I'll give a score of this. I almost forgot, but let's do a 75 out of 100, 1 point less than original Spider-Man, which I do enjoy a little bit better and feel like it's more complete film and more of a Spider-Man film, because they're in high school for a little bit of it, and just that quintessential story of Spider-Man gaining his powers and doing the right thing and becoming Spider-Man, I think is a better story than hear about just balancing those responsibilities.